Okay, so this is about 12 hours after the last video, and after about 12 hours of rain that caused that flooding. The rain stopped, and it's been 12 hours since the last video where I showed all the flooding. And this is how much the water's gone down. This is all still water here. This was an old pond here. But the creek is just beyond that sand over there. So it's all back within its original banks already. You can see the bridge over there. The water that was 3 feet deep going across our property there is just a small old pond area now with standing water. Nothing's flowing over there. The street intersection over there is completely dry. There's no water there at all. But we have probably 5 or 6 times more sand on our property now, out of the creek anyway, up on the land here. There just used to be some sandy area over there. Now it starts on the other side of the creek. And it's all along here, a great big bunch of sand. Even on the other side by those trees over there, there's a bunch of sand got washed up there. And sand is kind of heavy for its size, so I'm kind of surprised the sand got washed up out of the creek bed from upstream and was carried all the way down here. So that shows you how fast and how strong the water was to move that amount of sand and lift it up and carry it along for quite a ways. Walk down here where the road is. There is a lot of debris on our property now. Sticks, a lot of leaves. So the sticks can be picked up, of course, and burned, and the leaves will just, once it dries up more, we'll just chop them up with the mower. But here the water came up to our fire pit, or our area where we've been burning. It's all gone now. This is the area I walked across. From the bridge, from that sign over there, I walked straight across here, and it was about 3 feet deep of water. Now 12 hours later, it's just a few inches of standing water and nothing's flowing. This was all flowing across here. Water was hitting this fire hydrant and just really flying across the street here, and it's all gone. The street is basically passable over there. It's mostly passable here, except for some debris that I was pulling up out of the water because it was up against the bridge there. And I wanted the water to keep going under the bridge. I didn't want it flooding over our property, but it was just too much water. And I got too wore out from pulling this pile of stuff out. Quite a bit of material here I yanked out of there. And there's still quite a bit up against the bridge here. But just the amount of sand that got moved, I'm really surprised. But this is just a one-lane bridge on our street. It has no railings or anything. Matter of fact, my dog here, I'm wondering if he's gonna... No! Not realize it and just step off there to grab a stick in the water or something. Not much of this side of the creek got flooded. Just out to about there got flooded. So this is all kind of telling. I think in the future, through the years, I'll probably dig this out wider here, get more of a bank all along here to keep it from flooding up that way. This area over here is a little more complicated because the barn is there and we decided we're gonna use that barn for storage. Put some money and effort into it. So I want to fill that in more around there, but I'm kind of limited because of the height. I may try to raise the barn maybe a foot. But yeah, all this sand is just an amazing amount of sand now. It's nice fine sand. If you had some clay soil, be nice sand to add to it. These are just some little trees that I was going to get in there. I have some hip waders when the water was lower, and I was going to go along there and dig those trees off, cut those trees off, dig the little stump out of the side of the bank because it was right, hanging into the water kind of, even when the water was low. And now they're just covered with debris, different leaves, mostly oak leaves it looks like. A lot of oak trees around here. But we have like this huge beach now. I knew it was kind of sandy soil when I drive the burb in the trailer over here, especially in this corner up here. I had to keep moving as I was thinking I might get stuck here one day. I had to keep moving on a curve, but now the sand is even deeper here now. The ground has been raised up with all this deposit of sand along here. So that'll be interesting. And I had been thinking about straightening out the creek when it comes on our property. Up there is where our property starts because our property is like in an L shape, goes behind the neighbor's property. I was thinking about cutting the creek right through here. So go down to the bridge, go under the bridge without doing this turn over here. Take this bend in the creek out because it would always be undermining the bank over there. I'm curious to see what that bank looks like when the water goes down more. But it has brought so much sand down there, out of there, and put it here. I'm just totally amazed by the amount of sand that was moved in that short amount of time. So the water was flowing all across here, but of course it was deeper over there. And I never did walk across there because I knew it was deeper. Magnum, come! Look at him. Goof. Oh, he almost knocked me over there. So, but the water is not flowing around to the left side of this tall, skinny tree here anymore because the debris, dammed up debris, whether if it was just debris that fell in the water from a beaver. That got pushed out of there, so now the water is all going in its original course. So that means that will hopefully get dried out over there, and maybe we can get a tractor in there and do some bush hogging in there. Like I said before, there's a lot of locust trees over in that side of the property. Got to get those out first before the bush hogging can take place. But yeah, we've got like a big sandy beach now. Huh. If you guys got any thoughts on what you're seeing, what we could do here, I'd like to hear it. Put it down in the comments below the video, and we'll see. Got some little tracks here. Those look like, I don't know what those are. They're pretty round. There's my thumb. It's a little bit big. Get out of there. A little bit bigger than my thumb. And not pointy. Have any thoughts on those? Put it down in the comments. Bye for now.